Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, so many familiar names already here. Hi Magla, hi Flower, hi Vostik, hi Pixel. Hello, hello. It fills me with joy whenever I see the founder's badge on someone. Oh god, sorry. Are you going already? You just wanted to pop in? I actually wanted to stream. No. Oh, I was saying that's how you said that. Ciao is like goodbye. Anyways, I wanted to stream a little earlier. I can. Oh, I see. I wanted to stream earlier, but like I told you guys, I spent today I spent like an hour opening mail, because I had to do 2 days of mail in one day because like the delivery person forgot to send me a code to the package room, so I couldn't get my mail from yesterday. So I had to. Oh my gosh! So like basically every day, guys, I sit down at my dining room table, and I just sit there opening mails and like mail and packages, and then I like after every like session, I put it all in like boxes and throw it away in the dumpster. I take the walk out to the dumpster and throw everything away. But no, today was, I guess today was good. I mean, I hung out with POV today too. Oh, really? You were opening mail or throwing away garbage? What was I gonna say? Oh, so yeah. Eyes glowy because we finally figured out how to shade the model. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So today I hung out with Guami. Hi Kyle, hello. I'm good. How are you? You just woke up? Good morning. I was hanging out with Guami, and then I forget what I did right after. Oh, I remember now. Okay, so after I hung out with her for like maybe a couple of hours, and then I think I spent like another couple of hours, like 2 or 3 hours, like working on my side business. And then did I take a nap? I think I ended up taking a nap, and I woke up at like, I think like around 6 o'clock. Then I went to the gym. Oh my god, today was so nice at the gym, guys. Not because like my lifts were like whatever, but I had the pleasure of being the only person in the gym for the time I was there. I basically had the gym all to myself. When I have the gym all to myself, I like grunt really loud when I'm lifting because I know no one, like obviously no one's there to be disturbed. When I'm in the gym alone, I can unleash the beast. anyways, yeah, so worked out, that was cool. And then got back from the gym, went and got all my mail, which is a crap ton of mail. You alright? You listen to K-pop? I'm not really a fan. I don't really listen to K-pop other than like that one song, Wedding Dress, from like years ago. Yeah, and then after I was done opening mail, I took a shower, and then I'm proud to say that today I did not order food. I actually cooked some food. I cooked healthy food and ate it. And literally as soon as I was done eating my dinner, or I guess what you might consider my dinner, I like came on and started streaming. The little fox behind me, I don't really know, like I don't know what the head cannon is for the fox behind me. That's my I don't know. Your cat looks depressed. Maybe your cat just has like a resting sad face. That's my true form. Yeah, mine's my true form. Hmm. Oh man, I can't believe today's only Friday. God, I love long weekends. Hi there, how are you? I noted in doing this challenge of collecting 60 stream favorite color. Would you like to be a part? You would be 57. Sure. My favorite color is what have I been telling people? What is my favorite color? Magenta. It's either magenta or crimson or lime. I don't know which one to pick. Let's go with crimson. My favorite color is crimson. Both of them look depressed. Wait, what? Did something happen? Well, that's also one of the reasons why, like you know, I've talked about this before, but one of the reasons why I don't think I could like do well with a dog. Before you didn't say any of those. Oh, that's a first for all three. Oh, really? Well, I imagine everyone like uses like when they answer that, they use like the basic colors and not like the shades. You know, one of the reasons why I'm kind of also afraid to get a dog is because like I know like taking care of a dog is more than just like feeding them and giving them water, you know. And like I'd have to like kind of commit to like, you know, walking him a lot and like taking him to places. Like if I were to have a dog, I would want him to give him an interesting life, right? I wouldn't want him to just sit around in that apartment all day. He'd get like incredibly bored and probably fat. Yeah, well, I mean, I typically do like pretty well with pets. You know, some dogs just like some people and don't like other people for whatever reason. But I think that like is more so like I feel like that's more dependent on the dog. Like some dogs are like don't growl at anyone, like they're friendly to everyone. Maybe that's just like the way they're like raised by their I don't know owners, I guess. Like I feel like if a dog is like growling at you and they don't even know you, that must like kind of suggest like some kind of like learned aggressive behavior or something. Okay, something that like really I didn't like. Now that we mentioned it, have you guys ever heard the show The Dog Whisperer? What breed do I want? Probably a hold on, no, what is it called? What's that dog breed where it looks like a cloud? A Samoyed. I probably want a Samoyed. Oh yeah, so I didn't really ever like that show, and it kind of like pisses me off. Like he like I don't know, like it doesn't sound true, but like the guy the guy that like you know is the protagonist. I don't want to say the protagonist, like that runs the show. What's his name? Caesar. Caesar Milan. Okay, so he like his like central like philosophy in the show is that you have to show the dog that you're its master and it has to be obedient. Like he's like claiming that like your dog is like trying to dominate you and you have to like show it who's the alpha or something like that. It just inherently seems like so like I don't know, maybe it's true, but it just inherently seems like so like aggressive, I guess. Like I feel like you don't like so what he does this thing where like he like when a dog is like acting up, he like I think like he presses on their neck or something. I don't know what it is, but like I just don't agree with his methods or his philosophy. Like I think they're probably, in my opinion, they're more likely to be wrong. Like I feel like a big part of his like training philosophy is basically to make the dog scared of you, which I don't like. Let's see. maybe, I mean, maybe there's some truth to it, but I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way whenever you were like, basically like prick the dog with his fingers and hold it down. Don't know how well, that also kind of brings up like a bigger discussion. Like I personally, like me personally, I don't think I would like ever, or I feel like the only time, I don't even know if I would say that. So like when I grew up, guys, like my parents definitely practice like corporal punishment. So like, but me, I don't know if there's like literally any advantage to hitting your child. Like I would like strongly be against that if I grew up, or like if I had kids. Like, and even down here, like I remember in kindergarten, like this would be super taboo today, but in kindergarten, that my teacher like would like she would do this thing where if you were bad, I guess, she would make you hold your hand out, and she would grab like a wooden spoon and she would like slam it into your hand. I remember like having marks from that, like bruises, and like that would. To be fair, my school was also like really in a very like conservative area of the country. Well, yeah, I'm definitely against like disciplining your children through physical means or like in school. So the teacher would kick your ass while everyone's watching? Really? Well, now I don't even know what's like. I assume now it's like illegal for teachers to like ever like hit kids, at least where I live, I imagine. I imagine like pretty much everywhere else in America. I'm trying to remember if like, I think my kindergarten teacher also spanked us with the ruler, probably. She probably did that. Do some good yarding, okay. Thank you for stopping by, Flower. Bye-bye. Yeah, so I started a bit late, so this is probably gonna be like another small stream. I'm probably gonna like maybe stream for like an hour and like 30 minutes. Yeah, an hour and a half. I was having a conversation today. Hi, Chunky. I was having a conversation with my friend today about like the proliferation of like online relationships. And basically I was telling her that like obviously like as the generations get younger, or sorry, as generations like grow up, like now we're spending more time online now more than ever, right? And that's like definitely more true for like, you know, like the younger people. Like I think it's like a pretty like safe assumption that like younger age correlates with like longer time spent online. And so you put it like that, right? So like it's no wonder that like online relationships have also similarly become like more prevalent. It's because like there's a lot of kids that grow up online or spend most of their time online, as opposed to like, you know, I guess going out, which would be more traditional. And I don't think there's like anything inherently wrong with like I guess what you might call like online relationships. I don't want to use the term e-dating, like online relationships. Like I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. Like obviously you have to be like, well here's the thing, right? The reason why I don't agree, like why e-dating is kind of stupid, is because like IRL dating is already kind of a crapshoot, but like how I feel like I feel like it's first of all like I think people usually date for like 1 to 2 months before they might, maybe longer. But I think people usually date for a few months before they just decide whether they want to be in a relationship. I feel like in an online relationship, you can't apply that same like that same, I guess, like tradition. Like you would think if you met someone online, it should take you longer and a lot longer to get to a point where you'd actually consider being in a relationship with them. Like if we say people need to date for like 3 months to be in a relationship, and people need to date for like 6 months or something, I don't know. It's just like, basically my point being is that like obviously relationships over the internet are a lot more fickle. But again, like I'm not inherently against it. It's just like I think people like they get into them way too eagerly without really like taking it seriously, and then like they just waste their time. They're more like they just want to be in a relationship. I think something that's like more realistic is like when you know, you meet an online friend and you guys have known each other for a long time, like a really long time, then maybe like, you know, you might be like one day become romantically involved with each other. Like that's the only like actual like, I guess, reliable scenario I can imagine, like the friends to lovers angle. And then yeah, still you have to like that's why like e-dating doesn't work to me. Like it, you can't like meet someone online and like already have the context that you want to date them, and then like it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You like to take it slow? Me personally, I'm not really sure. I would probably say no to that. Probably. Well, it depends. Like I am like happy. I shouldn't say I'm happy. I'm content. Like I'm satisfied being single. So I don't really want to like. I don't really frame it in like a pacing way. It's like it's. I don't feel like I'm losing anything not being in a relationship. But obviously, like in my opinion, like a relationship should supplement your life, or complement your life, supplement your life, whatever. So like, I would like to think if I was like seeing someone seriously, like it would like, you know, I wouldn't really care like if like, well, I don't even know how to. I don't again, I don't really like. I'm not really sure how. Like, I don't know if I necessarily like really agree with traditional dating. Like that's also like kind of like I would ideally be friends with them, and then maybe, you know, we would like get into a relationship. So like saying like I'm taking things slow kind of suggests that when I met them, I kind of had like romantic intent already. But like that's not what I like. That sounds kind of like shallow. So unless, I can't really like answer the question if that makes sense, because it doesn't really apply to like how I would like to meet my partner, I guess. Like I would like to like meet someone that is my friend for a while first, and then like I feel like if they're your friend first and like and you do like each other, then the progression is pretty straightforward. I mean, I think in general though, yeah, people you should probably in general you should probably like lean towards being like slower with your relationship decisions than fast, because like, you know, you can definitely like not know enough about someone, but it's almost like I don't really think it's possible to know too much about someone, at least in the context of like making your decision whether you want to be with them. Like ideally, you know, like if you've decided you want to be with them in a romantic capacity, you know most things about them. Drink some water. And that being said, I would not. I would not like. Um, I don't. It's extremely unlikely that I would ever like want to become romantically involved with anyone that like doesn't live in the same country. Like that's kind of out of the question because it's just too impractical. Maybe it'd be a little bit more different if I was in Europe, if I was European, because like crossing countries in Europe is not as difficult as like going from America to somewhere else. And on the off chance I did get in a long distance relationship, I wouldn't like the longest or like the furthest. I wouldn't date someone on the other side of the country. Like I would probably only date someone that like I can get to them like if I get on the plane, I can get to them within 2 to 3 hours of a flight. Anything more than that, they're probably like too far. Or like I guess like a 5 to 6 hour drive, I guess. Either or. People are impossible to understand completely. We just use love to fill in the gaps. What's the max distance you would date someone from you? Well, we couldn't just answer it, right? Like, if I can't drive to them, like within like, I don't know, 5 to 8 hours, or fly to them, like the flight is longer than like 2 to 3, then that's probably too far for me. It's like if you're in a serious relationship with someone, then you would like to like see them as often as you can. I imagine like flights would get pretty expensive, and you can only like take so much vacation every year, so I don't know. I just like I don't even know where that came from. Oh, my friend was telling me about how one of her friends, her friend, his girlfriend, like lives in a different country, and like that's what like how that conversation came about. I was like, wow. I am like I actually know a couple of people, I think, that like they live in America and they have a long distance relationship with someone in Asia. Like that is insane to me. Like I feel like those kinds of relationships, they might see each other maybe twice a year, maybe once a year, maybe none times a year. Just seems like, I don't know. But that all being said, like I'm of the opinion that like it kind of depends on how you view it. Like if you kind of like want to be in a relationship, then I would say like an online one is better than nothing, I guess, in terms of like just being romantically fulfilled. But you would like to think that if you do get in an online relationship, like both of you kind of need to be in a position to like move in with the other one. Like you would like want to close the distance, right? Yeah, that all being said, like I just hope I can find like someone cool that lives nearby. And that's a bit more challenging for me, in particular, because the things I'm into in my culture are very different from what's mainstream in my city and in the general area I live in, the general region I live in. Like, I have considered moving to California a few times. Like, obviously it's like mega super expensive, but like I think a lot of people move to California just so they can be around people that are more like them. And certainly I think there's more people that are similar to me in California than there are where I live right now. So, probably not gonna do it, but it does cross my mind every now and then. You'll find each other eventually, trust. I find that like, well, kind of like what my friend said, like, actually I probably shouldn't bring that up. So my friend said that like he's just gonna live his life And you know, when the girl comes along that convinces him like that like he likes her enough to actually like, I guess, settle down, quote unquote, like then like he's waiting for that to happen basically. I was actually not I'm not saying maybe not waiting, but like that is his philosophy on life. Like, and I kind of want to like adopt something similar where it's like I'm not necessarily looking for the person. Like I'd want it to be like more natural than that. And hopefully like when that person does come along, it's like blatantly obvious that they're special, I guess, at least to me. Okay. And conversely, I have another friend that's like really traditional. Um, and he actually asked me the other day, he's like, Fel, don't you ever feel like, you're running out of time, to like get in a relationship or like, or like get a house or something? I was like, no. Why would I think that? But he's like really old school, so I think that's like why he thinks that. I think he believes that his own life is on like a timetable, and if he doesn't do something like things by a certain age, he's like behind, which I think is kind of silly. That being said, I imagine as you get older, it only gets harder and harder to date. So, like as you get older and older, kind of your dating pool kind of decreases, I suppose. Well, it's like I think if you imagine like a group, right, and like by the time, or at least like, how do I say this? Imagine you have a group of like, 100 people, and like, they're like told everyone find a partner, like pick someone in the group to be your partner, right? The people who are looking at the beginning of the phase have an advantage of like, no, not a cult. They have an advantage of like numbers, right? But like as time progresses, obviously the pool dwindles down, as people decide who they want their partner to be. So it's kind of the same thing like with aging. Like there's a lot more people in their 20s dating than there probably are people in like their 40s, right? So, because I assume like a lot of people by then have already found their partner. So I mean I can understand like the concern there from that perspective. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with. I'm pretty satisfied with how I've been like living lately. I've been like being fairly productive and doing for the most part most of the right things. So stretchy. Anyone have any Americans have any plans for tomorrow? Even that. Tomorrow is Independence Day. Oh, even that, Jackie. I think I'm gonna go to my aunt's house and eat with her family. If I don't do that, I'm not gonna do anything. Thank you for the follow, Mir, NTDA. I just call you Mir. Thank you for the follow. Pool party? Really? Well, for me, it's Independence Day in 12 minutes. I don't imagine any of you are really into like American Revolutionary War history, but if you are, I'd highly recommend the show John Adams on HBO. I really enjoyed that one. You'll save me a plate? Oh, cool. You are really? Then yeah, I recommend that show. I think it's really good. John Adams on HBO. The focus of the show is obviously the life of John Adams, but obviously a big part of that is like the revolution. Do you have Amazon Prime? I do. I pay for the annual package, the annual subscription. It's like $100 a month, or is it 150? I don't remember. But definitely even recently, I order so much stuff from Amazon that it's worth it for me. I don't even use like the Prime Video thing. I feel like if a show is only on Amazon Prime, it cannot be that great. Like, I mean, I feel like my subscriptions are like for the most part pretty standard. Let me look. So I have a Spotify subscription, right? Like everyone has that. I have an Amazon Prime subscription. Everyone has that. I have a gym membership. I think everyone should have that. Like, the only thing that I pay like on a subscription basis that's a bit iffy is Walmart Plus, because I'm too lazy to go to the store and I like to get my groceries delivered to me. And unlike some people, I don't find the act of grocery shopping to be like enjoyable. Especially like when I'm busy, right? If I'm busy, it's just another chore to do. Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, I guess I need to ask my cousin what time. Hello, the creator Tomu, thank you for the raid. What were you doing? What were you doing? I don't suppose you're a VTuber that does ASMR, are you? I don't suppose that would be the case, would it be? That's typically the people that raid me. Sending words of praise and encouragement, thank you. Sometimes, yes. How did you stumble across my channel? Were you looking at the ASMR category? You're ready to light the fireworks? Really? Fireworks are illegal to use in my city, so... I mean, maybe out by my aunt's house it's legal. I'm not sure. Oh, the day we played Jack 3. Oh my god, that's a classic. Wait, Jack 3? Bro, the Jack series and Ratchet and Clank are like classic PlayStation series. Mama. I never finished either Jack 2 or Jack 3 though. I was too young to know what I was doing. Oh, you found me from a different raid? Wow. Yeah, I'm very fortunate. I've been rated already by like a lot of big ASMR streamers. Well, that's been really great and fun and cool. Hello, Topi. Yeah, what animal do you think I am? Well, I mean, it's kind of like... I think the background kind of gives it away, you know? A cow? Oh, that's pretty close. That's a pretty good guess. And guys, dude, how do we feel about I don't suppose anyone here is in the Pokemon cards, are they? Like, I think like Pokemon cards, Pokemon merchandise recently in recent years has like become more mainstream for the same reason that Bitcoin became mainstream for a while. Not because people actually care to collect the cards. And like a lot of people in the space just do it as like as they see it as an investment. They don't even really care about like the actual, I guess, product in of itself. I've just like been hearing a lot about Pokemon cards, and a lot of the things that I sell in my side business are like Pokemon memorabilia. It's actually kind of crazy how liquid Pokemon stuff is. Like it sells like really quickly. Like there's a huge amount of demand for it. I don't really like I don't think I've ever seen people play the actual like card game though. You know? For all these people that like collect the cards, I don't think any of them ever play it. I just do it to collect the cards. I don't have any. Well, I don't have any that like are my personal collection. When I was really, really young, I used to have like a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I gave those away to a friend. And shiny. I think a big part of it is that people like humans like to gamble, and like card packs is like legal gambling for kids. Like if you just like, yeah, the art is really pretty, I agree. Like if you just like take the basic like, tenets of gambling, like so you're paying for something that like you're not sure of like what you'll get, and the things that you get are also of value. So it's definitely gambling, basically. It's just that, like, obviously cards are not currency, so it's not described that way. I actually, like, I know a few people. You have 8,000? Really? Jesus Christ. I never got that much into it. I know a few people that, like, they, like have part of their, like, investment portfolio in Pokemon goods. One of them is actually my cousin. He told me that he wants to, like, start investing in Pokemon stuff, so he's, like, gradually been, like, buying sealed product. I mean, that to me seems like trading cards probably aren't as risky as crypto, but like they're definitely infinitely more risky than like an index fund, right? So, I mean, I applaud anyone that's willing to take the risk, right? Risk for reward. But like, who's to say, like, if people still look like Pokemon in a decade or 2 decades from now? Like, it's managed to stay, like, prevalent in culture for a really long time, but who's to say it can, like, maintain that? I don't know. There's a chance that they are fake. Oh, yeah. So, like, besides, like, the fake part, like, so my cousin, when he was visiting me, he was telling me how, like, people, like, he genuinely doesn't trust, like, packs, like loose packs, and like a lot of people don't trust loose packs because supposedly you can weigh them, because like the rarer cards weigh slightly more, so you can weigh them, or you can there's apparently like a scanning thing you can buy that pretty much does the same thing. I don't know how that works, but yeah, so like he's of the opinion that like you shouldn't buy like single packs from stores, because he thinks that like someone came along and like weighed them, and if there was anything good they bought it, everything that's left is trash. I can see where they're coming from. I think it's like a little bit, like, to me it comes off as a little paranoid, but then again, I don't really have much experience with like trading card games anyway, so I don't know how much would the scanning thing cost. I don't know. I don't even know what it was he was talking about. Hi, Jump. Hello. Good to see you again. Good to see you again on this wonderful the day before Independence Day. It's almost Independence Day in 2 minutes for me. But this wonderful Friday night. I didn't have work today. Oh, thank you for the advance. I didn't have work today, so that was cool. We're talking about Pokemon. Magic the Gathering has been around longer than Pokemon, I think, but it's not nearly as mainstream. Probably because there's not cute animals on the cards. Like, Magic the Gathering is kind of like for boomers. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Have Catching Wall. I never really liked the show either. Honestly, I thought the show was kind of corny. It wasn't I did really like Beyblade though. Beyblade was cool. Pokemon was corny, and Bakugan was corny. I really like Beyblade though. Beyblade was cool. There's like one anime, I think there's this one card game anime called Vanguard, and it flopped. They tried to launch like a line of cards and it flopped hard. You like collecting Bakugan, you never watch anything to do with it though? Really? I wonder what the market is for that. Nowadays, I can't imagine there's much of one. Jump, do you know what I only found this out because my mods are really into it. Do you know what a blind box is? I had never heard that term until like the last like year. You love it? Oh my goodness. Wait, so are blind boxes like, is that like a generic term? Like it's not only Labubus, right? Or if you use the term blind box, does that kind of imply it's to do with Labubu? That is like another thing. Like I never, Labubus, like the craze around them, I don't understand it. It does not like compute for me. It's anything that's in the box, you can get whatever out of set choices. It's not exclusive to Labubu. Oh, okay. I assume like when most people like use that term, that's the first thing they think. Like that's what it's most associated with, right? Oh, dude. Speaking of gambling, like I was at the mall like with some of my friends, and the mall has like it's like a slot machine in the middle of the mall, but it's like for Pokemon cards. It's like get a random, insert however much money, get a random Pokemon card. It's like, how is this legal? Happy 4th of July. Oh, happy 4th of July. Woo, America. America. Can I host you again? Okay. Thanks for hanging out, Chunky. Bye-bye. I would be there most of the time in the mall if I had that lucky. Well, it was pretty expensive from what I understand. Apparently, like, I mean, I guess there's no surprise, but like, you guys probably could guess like the majority of Pokemon products are worth more than what stores sell them at. Like they're worth more than MSRP. Most of them anyway. Some of them aren't. Like some of the collections that are being printed currently, like I know like Chaos Rising and Perfect Order probably aren't that much more valuable, but like the older collections that are still being printed are worth like almost like a pack could be like worth like 2 or 3 times the MSRP value. This covers, yeah. My cousin was telling me how like he often like goes on trips to like he checks all the stores for Pokemon stuff, and he tells me that most of the time he doesn't find anything, and that is insane to me. You have to imagine most people that are buying it are probably for like reselling it, like what I was mentioning earlier, not because they actually like want to collect the cards. I mean, I think it's kind of on the onus of the store though to implement like limits to how much you can buy. I think most stores do that. Yeah, pretty much anything that's not like a loose pack tends to get like bought like literally instantly. Well, let me see. I can't believe like when packs come out, right? At least where I live, they're like $6. And some packs now, like the pack itself is worth like $15 to $20. Like that's ridiculous. Like literally like triple, quadrupled in value. Because of people ignore it. I mean, even in, like that kind of like trading card games aren't even really that big where I live, but like even then, like there's still almost never Pokemon stuff because people are reselling it. There's a thing where some people stole the display cardboard too and were selling those for hundreds. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, something that I thought was cool that's like came about recently are like Pokemon, not exclusively Pokemon trading card vending machines. I think those are cool. Although I imagine like you're paying like a huge, not a huge, like you're paying a significant upcharge if you're buying stuff from a vending machine instead of like an actual store. Like I imagine they probably mark it up like anywhere between like 25 and 50%, or if not higher. I wonder if I should start a Pokemon vending machine business. That's what I'll do, and I'll get rich. Oh, I've already been yapping for 50 minutes. That's crazy. What else did I have? I take a bag off of that. I think it kind of depends on where you live, because I imagine most cities already have a crap ton of them. I think my city probably doesn't have any. Well, let me look. That's a good question. Let me check. Yeah, I don't think there is one. Yeah, so I could, actually, I would like have a monopoly, but again, like, there really isn't a culture for Pokemon in my city, so I don't know if it would necessarily do well. Now that you mention it, like, I think the sound of aluminum foil and tin foil is, and like whatever like the chip bags are made of, and like well, basically I think like they make like the most unpleasant sound ever, like the sound of like crunching up the foil. I don't think that'd be pleasant for most people. But I think it might be extremely pleasant for a certain kind of person. ASMR Pokemon card trading video. Once I showed it to my BF because he likes collecting cards seriously, and he was cringing. It was so funny. I mean, I think I mentioned this before, but like there's like ASMR like everything. Like there's literally a market for everything. The other day I was considering, like, because I've never like seen someone do this on stream. You guys know how like some door stops are like instead of just solid, they're like they're a spring, so you can like flick the door stop, and then like it kind of just like it like what's the word? It bounces around like a pendulum for a little bit. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, like the spring door stoppers. Anyways, I was like, wait a minute, I could like put my mic up to that and then flick it, and it'd be like door stopper ASMR. And that's gotta be pretty original, no? I've never seen anyone do that. I mean, it's probably already done on YouTube, but maybe I've never seen anyone do it on Twitch. But no, I think like I don't think it's impossible that when I get my 3DO, I will like do maybe like I'll experiment a little bit. I won't go out of my way to like get like ASMR like tools, like I imagine when like I like to think that like all the popular ASMR artists, they have to like lay out their ASMR toolbox before they start stream. They got like their like brush and their spoon and like etc etc. I wouldn't do that. It would mostly just be like any noise I can make with my mouth, I guess. We'll see. My 3DO still hasn't shipped yet, unfortunately. I'm patiently waiting for my 3DO to ship. What else has been on my mind lately? Oh no, I'll save that for another stream. You tried? I mean, you can get whimpers, you just have to pay for it. You just have to save up enough channel points. that is technically not impossible to have. Oh, okay. A lot of the times, like, when a lot of the streamers, the big streamers, I like to, like, obviously that like visit me. I like to stop by their stream and say hi to them. And a lot of them, they put me on the spot. They'll be like, "Hi guys, you should check out Felt because ASMR is really good." And I'm just like, I'm really grateful for that. But at the same time, I'm like, no, don't praise me. No, my ASMR is mid. No, don't tell people to come over. What if they're disappointed? mm. There was this, like, today actually, there was a streamer that she said I have a lovely voice. I melted like cheese. Is that the right term? I don't know. I don't know that there was like a good analogy. Mm-hmm. I just feel like, again, I assume most ASMR on Twitch is like tingle ASMR, and the people that just talk are in the minority. You miss KF2? I played some not too long ago, but it doesn't really hit the same as anymore. And a lot of the people that I used to play with don't play it anymore either. A lot of people just kind of moved on. And that's the way. It is very much a dying game, unfortunately. I think that's really unfortunate because it's actually extremely fun. Like, Killing Floor 2 is one of the most fluid, like, FPS games I've ever played. Speaking of which, I was considering like changing my bio, my about me section in Twitch, because it says I usually play FPS games, and that has not been true for a long time. I've been considering changing that, but what would I even put? I do ASMR mainly? I don't know if I'm ready to make that commitment. No, I don't. I don't know. I don't also know if I want to necessarily identify as like an ASMR artist. At least not at this point. Something that was kind of weird that happened to me lately. Okay, trauma dump incoming, like kind of little trigger warning, a little bit of a trauma dump. But at this point, like if you watch my streams, it won't be a surprise to you. So, like one of my close friends developed some like really helpful software, and I've been using it to like help me with my side business, and I've also like added on to it. And like my one of my cousins saw it, and he was like, "Wow, that's really cool. Like, can I have it?" And I was like, no, because it's like it's not mine. I didn't make it. So like I told him like it was my friend that made it, and like obviously I can't like give it out without the permission of my friend. And then my cousin was like, "Come on, though, like we're family." And I was like shocked. I was like, "Are you?" He was like suggesting that I should like cross my friend to give it to him, which I really rubbed me the wrong way at the time. And that was like really weird. But a lot of my cousins don't really have like friends, at least not like close friends. Like there's how do I put this? Some of my family is like a lot more Americanized than others, shall we say. And it's usually the ones that are not very Americanized that have a harder time like making friends, but also like being not rude. Anyways, yeah, that was just there's like it's just one cousin that is like reminds me of like my uncles. And it's just been, oh god, I hope the mic isn't picking up my tummy rumbling. I think people in general are kind of, well, I imagine like a lot of people are like gonna be busy tomorrow because it's, you know, the 4th of July. I wonder if, I mean, I'm probably still gonna stream. I'm definitely still gonna stream, but I guess I should expect it not to be like as busy, I guess, as it normally would be. Has your family been in North America like generations? No. Like everyone's like, all of my aunts and uncles and my parents were not born in America. They migrated to America. Oh no, I gotta mute. I'm back. Hello. I wonder what I'm gonna do after stream. Probably gonna see if any of my friends want to play some games. Let's see if anyone wants to do some gaming. Let me check my other. Let's see. Is there anyone gaming tonight? Even my friends don't really. Most of my friends don't really play games either. Okay, sorry. I was like checking on who's on tonight. Preparing for what I will do after stream. Some of my friends are playing Counter-Strike, so maybe I'll play with them after stream. Although, like, I just feel like I find like, I don't want to like, how do I put this? I don't want to like glorify like working, but I find working a lot more fulfilling lately than like gaming. And that's more so my like me losing interest in gaming than it is like work being fun. I'm gonna hop out. I hope you have an amazing stream. Okay, Jump, thanks for hanging out. Good night. Have a happy July 4th. I need to schedule a physical with my doctor for my exam or for my surgery. Happy Fireworks Day. Bye. Are fireworks expensive? Hello, Dr. Fuji. Hello. Fireworks expensive. Oh, they range. I feel like all the cool fireworks are expensive, right? The ones that do like funny things in the sky are the expensive ones. Good to see me on. I'm probably only gonna be live for like another 30 minutes, though. It's like, it's basically like I have like very mild, like lazy eye basically. So like you can't tell by looking at me that you wouldn't guess that I have lazy eye, but like it affects my vision because my eyes like very subtly drift like off axis. So the surgery is to like basically like realign my the muscles on my like that realign my eye muscles back to where they're supposed to be. I don't know if I've ever said this on stream, but like it's for that reason that whenever I drive, I have to close one of my eyes, which like really scares people when they're like my passengers. They're like, why are you closing one of your eyes? And I have to tell them, like, trust me, it's better this way. I get distracted driving? What? You tune into the stream while at a red light? Be safe. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a really scary procedure, but apparently it's actually like relatively speaking like pretty safe. Or at least that's what the surgeon told me. And supposedly, for the surgery I'm gonna get, she's the best in the world for it. Supposedly. Well, she's probably the best in the world because she's the one that made the surgery. So I think that's probably why. Yeah, I'm not really worried about it. The only thing like I'm really like that's gonna suck is I'm not gonna be able to work out for a week. So I'm kind of afraid I'm gonna lose some of my like conditioning. Like I remember, guys, when I started going to the gym again like a month ago. I think I said this, but like I would get nauseous just from like walking outside. Like that's how like out of shape I was. And now it's like a lot better. I can like work out and it's fine, but it's like my cardio conditioning degrades quickly, I guess. That's probably true for everyone. Stretchies. Let's be real. Yawning is basically free fan service. I blessed you guys. I could have muted myself when I did that, but I chose not to. Yeah, I hear a yawn. You know what that means? What does that mean? What does that mean? Exactly. Do tell. What am I gonna... I don't think I have any plans for Sunday. We're starting a new project at work, and it's like very complicated, and I'm kind of scared, honestly. I guess I just have to study like everyone else. I'm like kind of afraid like I'll be the one guy in the team that doesn't know what's going on. Like, I guess I should really like spend some time studying. I don't like studying. I hate studying. Because studying feels like, obviously it's productive, but like whenever you're not doing, it feels like you're not productive. I know I probably should. I didn't play. I looked to my right and I saw my PS3 controller, and it reminded me that like I need to play more PS3 games. How long does a project take? So, this project in particular is like really complicated, but we want to like have it done by October, which is like really aggressive timeline. It really depends on obviously the project, but I would say for like a lot of them typically are only for like a few months, or at least like to get like the first version of it out. Hi Lilico, cutie. No, you're the cutie. I'm good. How are you? We were actually talking about Pokemon and scalpers and prices earlier. I was suggesting how I'm gonna start a Pokemon vending machine business. And someone suggested I should do pack opening ASMR, which I thought was like not a good idea. But also, like, I don't like opening packs myself. I try to avoid doing that, actually. It's tempting, though. It's tempting. Lilico, when is the last time, like, do you go to the stores? I imagine you go to the stores often to, like, see if they have any, like, product. Flaps Nation opening pack ASMR ends with you accidentally screaming loudly with a godful. That's a good point. Yeah, wait, that's actually a really good point. Like, what if you're like gonna completely forget what you're doing? You're like, whoa! I'm gonna jump scare everybody. I do like though that like the odds of getting everything is like public. Like that's like very cool at least. Like, at least you know exactly the probability that you're gonna get something. I have a friend who has a shop, so he helps you out. Really? You got connections in the industry. Do you get stuff for like MSRP? Thank you for the follow, Dracula Bite TTV. Really? Oh my god. You got the plug. I sadly buy singles only now in my card game career. Like, when you say singles, you mean like single packs or like single cards? Wolf? No. No, not a wolf. No. No. Like single cards. Oh. Like single cards because like you need them for your deck to play, right? You may be one of the rare people that actually play the game and don't use it to, you know? Yeah, Fox. You got it. Indeed, Fox. I just be a little fox. Cute fox. Oh, thank you. You're too kind. And when I went to the like the stores nearby me, literally, well, everything that it was sealed other than packs is always sold out. The only thing on the shelves like nowadays are just Chaos Rising packs, and I guess that means nobody wants them. Well, look, you know, I actually like the reason why I brought it up is because like the I'm you know, can you have a I wanna my I can't really talk too much about it, but I have a side business and I have a lot of I have a lot of Pokemon stuff. Wait, let me see. Let me like do you have a Discord? I wanna DM you like I wanna like DM you like my collection. Like it's all like unopened stuff. It's my Discord. You can join do exclamation mark Discord, you can join the server and then you should just be able to find me in there obviously. Maybe one day actually when I get more I think I'll show it on stream. You're gonna go bye Bostic. Maybe I don't want to do that. Because I don't want to feel like I don't want people to think like I'm flexing. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Am I above 18? Wait, what? Do you really? Are you really asking me that question? Really? What? Yes, I'm above 18. No, don't listen to Invasi, he's lying. I'm let's just say I've graduated college and I think that's enough information to kind of get an idea. And that reminds me, like now that we mentioned, like talk about it, like do you guys think it's weird for a 23-year-old to date like a 19-year-old or an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old? Like I think it is weird because like, or maybe it's not weird per se, but like you want to date someone that's like in the same phase of life as you, right? Like if I have a job, I ideally want to find someone that also has a job and not still like has no I'd also be afraid of like the power dynamic of like someone being employed and one not. I appreciate you for asking that, I guess. My community is 16 plus after all. Which I am I mean, I like it, I guess. Like, so 16 to me is like I can still make like crude jokes every now and then, but for the most part, like I like stray away from not safe for work. So like, by the time you're 16, you know, you can understand a crude joke, Like I don't talk about like, or basically just don't do NSFW. Okay, wait, let me. Yeah, after stream, I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you. What do you miss? That we're just talking about Pokemon. Lilico has. You have a collection, right? I guess I also have a collection, but it's probably for a very different. Like, I don't really open anything. Send it. Okay, I'll make sure to do that. This is gonna sound like really, really shallow, but okay, let me preface this by saying I'm not a scalper. Like, I don't get my stuff by going into stores and buying the entire stock, okay? But my motives for having Pokemon product are more financial, shall we say. But I'm not a scalper, I promise. I don't scalp. I get my things through other means. You should share with the class, Lilico. What is the... Okay, you don't have to say this. You don't have to answer this. I'm just curious. I don't want to put you on the spot. What is the most expensive thing, singular, like, card you own? You don't have to answer that. I'm just curious. You have any PSA 10 Charizards? Poke, PSA 10 and Charizard. Boa Hancock one? Is that a Pokemon? What the heck is a Boa Hancock? Is that a snake? One Piece. Oh, yeah, I forgot One Piece has a trading card game. You never really hear people talking about it. She's a baddie. Okay. Oh, another raid. Thank you for the raid. Voneko? Oh god, I hope I didn't butcher that. Let me. How was your stream? What did you play? How did you find me? You were playing like King Von. Thank you for that clarification. Like King Von and Koneko. Vonica. Oh my god, rest in peace, King Von. Oh man. Saffron? Really, Saffron? You're shilling me to other VTubers? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. The most expensive card I own is definitely an MTG card. And you in the... Oh, so you play multiple card games. Thank you for the follow, Von Echo. Yes, and you were my favorite that was live. I'm your favorite? Oh, you trying to get on my good side. You really? Don't most people like try to like stick to one? And I don't really have experience actually playing any card games other than Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was before it got super complicated. That was before they had like 8 different ways to summon monsters. I took the one where they're fun. Well, yeah, I'll take your word for it. Because again, I don't know anything about that. Wait, has anyone here played like the what's it called? Master Duel? Your current artist is Mia. If you look at my credits, you can find out. I will say though, she is a bit pricey. I mean, she's not as pricey as like mainstream artists, but like for context, my art for this model, I think it cost me. I can just look at her VGen and tell you. Her name is Hectoka. You have? How does like the card? Do you have to buy packs in that game too? Virtual packs? How do you acquire cards in that game? Okay, yeah, so she makes VTuber models starting from 1100, so she's not very cheap. Oh, Varnico, do you, I don't know if she's still gonna be doing it by the time like that you actually have your model art, but one of my close VTuber friends, Kohari, is like, she's rigging models for free, to promote herself. Let me link her Twitter. I don't know if she still is accepting slots, but you know, if you did hypothetically have already the model art, you could ask her to rig it. It's actually insane. Like it's actually insane that she's doing it for free. Like I've already watched her like work on one person's model for like 24 hours. He asked you, oh, this is the truth. That is a steep price? Wait, steep price of what? Buy packs. When games get things that let you buy packs, you don't want to spend money. And if you do like all the single player tour stuff, they give you lots of starting. Okay. Oh, is it pay the window? You probably get the packs a lot faster if you buy them, I assume, with real money. I mean, you could say that about any card game, you know? I mean, I guess like for other games they don't release more so like I don't know, like what's the case for Pokemon? Are the good cards like expensive because they're good? I assume not, since not a lot of people play the game. You have all the assets. So you have the model too. You have the PSD, or you have everything but that. Like if you know a deck you want to play, you can use all the tutorial starting bits towards a certain archetype from a specific deck, and then build one deck you can do well with to continue. Oh, I see. Well, that's at least they give you something to work with. All the art rares and slabs cards. I actually recently installed that collector app thing. I was genuinely blown away, like that they finally like made technology to scan the card and find its value out. Does anyone like, what is your guys' opinion on AGS, the grading company? Are they well respected? If anyone knows who they are. My one MTG costs about 11,000. Oh my gosh. I would feel scared to like bring it to places. Like, what if the dude I'm playing against just grabs my deck and runs out the door? I have a VR chat model. We'll have two that want Chimera together into one model. Oh. Are you gonna have different colored eyes? Like one eye different color than the other? I forget what it's called. Either heterochroma? Or what is it called? I had all my MTGR stolen. Wait, what? What's the context? What's the context? If you want to get a card graded for reseller or future investment, don't use AGS as they are not respected monetarily. I see. Duly noted. I guess that's like, how rare is it for like, well, like that's a very real problem. Like people breaking into like card stores and stealing everything. And that's just how like prominent like Pokemon stuff has become, that like it's been added to the list of good things to steal. And if you think about it, you know, it's kind of like lends itself to that, because it's not like you can tell merchandise is stolen. You haven't gone back in the MTG because it's so expensive. I mean, you can always play the oh wait, no, I was thinking Hearthstone. I was gonna say you can play the game online. Like, I'm sure there is an online version, right? I don't live in an area where that's a problem, really. All my cards got stolen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry your cars got stolen. Have I ever? I don't. The last time I can remember something getting stolen from me is one time I was back when I was in college. Like I haven't had anything stolen from me in a long time, but back when I was in college, I it's kind of partly my fault too. We had a shared laundromat, right? And I forgot to get my towels out the dryer. And when I went there, they were still there, but they were like lying on the table. But someone took one of my hand towels, and now I have like this one hand towel that's without like its partner. That is like the last time I've ever had something stolen from me. But also, I don't really tend to like, I don't really like bring expensive things outside my home. Like very rarely will I ever do that. Yeah, I'm also very fortunate to like kind of live in an area where there's not really a whole lot of crime, so I'm not really ever like concerned about like. I mean, yeah, I would never really be concerned about like going out with expensive things anyway, but you have like a little common sense, right? And these players are wild breed. You'll see them and play with them all. Is the Black Lotus like that card that's like famously like, really expensive? Does that like actually have any place in competitive play? It'd be very ironic if it didn't. It's a pretty card though. I wish I was the Pokemon company and I could literally just print money. I mean, I guess they have to pay for the art. So it's not like it's free, they have to commission artists to draw everything. But like after they do that though, it's like literally printing money. It's very expensive. Yeah, oh yeah. In one single format you can only play one copy. Oh wait, is it? Oh wait, does Magic the Gathering also have like banned list and like restricted list? Like I know Yu-Gi-Oh has a ban list and it has like a restricted list where you can only play you can only have like one copy in your deck or 2 copies of it instead of 3. I guess it must have the same things. Jokes in Pokemon is a super wild trademark if you make art of their works and post anywhere they pay unique right to it. Really? I did not know that. I wonder if those, oh man, I wonder like those Pokemon packs you could buy when I was a kid. I wonder how much those are worth now. Probably like multiple hundreds or something. When I was younger, I always thought like that little aisle in the Walmart or like whatever store that's dedicated to like card games. My eyes would like light up. Thank you for the follow, Hobby J. My eyes would light up as a kid when I would go in that aisle because I thought everything was just so cool. I was like in the Walmart, that was the coolest area to be. Like the card section. And at the time, way back when, it was a bit more, it wasn't nearly as mainstream as it is today to play card games. Now you go to the card aisle and it's just empty. Boop. Who are we gonna raid, guys? We need to find someone to raid. Pokemon's super fun to play too if you ever get the chance. I'm not really one to play card games in general. Personally. Although I will say I do like the strategy aspect. I mean, I used to play a lot of Slay the Spire, so I do. It's. I play Cards Against Humanity every now and then with my friends. It's not really a card game though, It's not really a strategic card game. It has cards, but I don't know if I call it a card game because just because it has cards. you know? Oh my god, this model is so pretty. Okay, I found who we're gonna raid. This model is so pretty. What the heck? Knowing who the judge is and picking cards to make them laugh the hardest is a strategy. Yeah, I guess. But you're not like you at the end of. Oh, I guess if you really want to be technical about it, like any game where you draw cards, you can like plan around that. If you also know all the cards in the deck, you know what I mean. I wouldn't really call those games like card games in the traditional sense. Okay, yeah, we're gonna. Unless anyone has anything to say, I'm gonna end the stream and raid. You guys have 5 minutes to entertain me. Go. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You seem quite nice. Oh, thank you. I seem quite nice. Really? Really? You think so? Really? Yeah, thank you all for coming. Have a good day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. Oh, my voice cracked. I'll see you next time. Takes a kind soul a loss of patience. I wouldn't say so. I think I was about to say I've dealt with worse, but that implies that like I didn't. You seem pretty. Conversation's pretty normal to me. I have dealt with some people that are a lot more harder to talk to before. Actually, probably on a regular basis. Actually, that's what it means to be a streamer. Anyways, okay, bye. Everyone have a good Independence Day if you're American. Eat apple pie. Bye.